Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There is nothing but that one reality, the one without a second. Then what about this world of opposites? What about this body? What about this mind? What about you, me, God, world? Is that true, or is the one without a second true whom we have not seen till today? Yet scriptures say it is the one who is expressing at this moment. So where is the issue? Where is the problem? It's not a problem, it's incomplete understanding, as Jnaneshwar Maharaj says. Understand this knowledge, this meditation session you are coming to, or the scriptures that you are listening. Lord doesn't need to listen to all these scriptures. Why? He is the initiator of all these scriptures. Out of him all these came. So he doesn't need the scriptures, he doesn't need self-realization, he doesn't need to control his senses and mind. He is already established where he is supposed to be. The world does not require this knowledge. Why? World is inert. World is changing. World is impermanent. And because it is jada, nothing can be done about it. You cannot teach a stone. Now between these two parameters, one of divine and the other of the world, which is Jad, and God, who is Chaitanya, in between is this link called the man. So these scriptures are for the man, not for the world, not for the God or the divinity. Now apply the same rule. What is Jada in this body, in this man? What is inert in this man? What is changing in this man? Wherever your first attention goes. Body, physical body. Physical body is changing, so it is inert. Oh, so where is the Chaitanya then? Oh, Chaitanya is in your heart. Chaitanya is your being. Oh, I can't see it. Then study scriptures. Take his name. Do pranayam, etc. Whatever. Then we come to the senses. From the body, we come to the senses. Senses are also inert. They keep changing. Sometimes seeing, sometimes not seeing, sometimes hearing, sometimes not hearing, sometimes tasting, sometimes not tasting, feeling, not feeling at the skin level, smelling, not smelling. Oh, so senses are also inert. Yes, senses are also inert. Then, if divinity is expressing through me, then which one am I? No, you are other than these senses. You are not the senses. because senses are inert, and you know that the senses are inert. You know the senses are seeing or not seeing, expressing or not expressing. So the knower has to be other than the known. Wow. We go further. Okay, we have done that. What next? We come to the mind. And what do we see there? We see so many thoughts. Thoughts are coming, thoughts are going. So you mean to say thoughts are also inert, jad? Yes, thoughts are also inert. They have got no life of their own. They are stone-like. And do you know that the thoughts are coming and going? Yes, I know the thoughts are coming and going. So you are other than the thoughts. And how do you live? You live, an individual lives as if he is the body, as if he is the senses. I am the seer, hearer, toucher, feeler, taster. He lives as if he is the thinker, he is the mind. So thoughts also you are not. Then who are you? Who am I? I am the one in whose light the thoughts are coming and going, the breath is coming and going, the senses are expressing or not expressing, and the world also is being illumined or is known by this me. And just as this realization we have to come to. What is that? Just as the eyes are not affected by what is seen or not seen, mind is not affected by the five senses or the thoughts that are erupting in the mind. Mind continues to be mind. Thoughts come and go. Similarly, me. Who am I? I am that one who is unaffected, undisturbed, unfluctuating self, in whose light all these fluctuations at the subtle and gross and the world, they are seen, and causal also. Causal because deep sleep, waking, dream. Waking is gross, dream is subtle, and deep sleep is causal. These three come and go every day. You know that. Thinking in this manner, contemplating in this manner, and coming to your true self, not shortchanging ourselves to be the world means what? To be the father, mother, daughter, sister. Neither that, nor I am the body, nor I am the senses, nor I am the thought. I am the one who has never come and gone. I am the one who has never been absent, ever present. And this is not a concept. This is your direct experience. To be that under all sets of circumstances, whatever life is throwing at you, maintain this poise. I am the changeless. I am the permanent one. I am the unaffected one. I am the unchanging one. Contemplating in this manner, again and again, reiterating the truth of ourselves as told by the scriptures, Mahatmas, one day, by grace of divine, we will stabilize. Within this equipment, this knowledge is not for the self, this knowledge is not for the spirit, Atman. This knowledge is not for the Atman. This knowledge is not for the inert also. We just defined what is inert: body, senses. Thoughts are also inert. But there is a feeling that thinking, because thinking is taking place, I am intelligent. That is not wisdom. Wisdom is being the self. Thinking is incomplete knowledge. Being the self is complete knowledge. And all scriptures are directed not to the body, not to the Atma. The scriptures, satsangs, are directed to this mind, to this individual, where this ego is expressing, who is saying, I am all these thoughts, I am this body, I am the waker, dreamer, sleeper. This fellow is being addressed. And who is this fellow? This fellow is not there. He is absent. There is nothing called ego. But that is the only faculty we have with which we are functioning. So we have to recognize its true nature. We have to discover its true nature. Discovering the true nature does not mean that it is a conclusion of a sort. No. If I begin from my house to come to your house, my journey will conclude. If I go from one room to another, my journey will conclude. If I go from one sense to another sense, my journey will conclude. If I go from one thought to another thought, the journey of the thought concludes. But self is not a conclusion, because the nature of the self is all pervasiveness. Once I discover the self, or in other words, the self reveals as a result of this contemplation, then there is no conclusion. Conclusion, this is how we live our life. We always want some conclusion. We want to conclude the day by going to sleep. We want to conclude the sleep by getting up. We want to conclude food when the tummy is full. We want to conclude satsang also after 1 hour. Everything is concluding. But self is not a conclusion. It is not a final result. It is the one. So conclusions, finality is for the ego, for the individual. When that individual, in proper inquiry, as we have just mentioned, comes to be, in spite of the world, in spite of the body, in spite of the senses, in spite of the thoughts, in spite of the waker, dreamer, sleeper, and remains unaffected, at that point all thinking will subside, or may not subside, because the nature of the mind is to think or not to think. Let it do what it is doing. Coming to this unchanging being that I am, again and again and again and again, till it consumes our sense of individuality once and for all. and it is a conclusionless conclusion. Thereafter, the phenomena of life, the spirit expressing through the body will continue as in the Mahatmas. But no individuality is formed. Individual is there, but individuality is not there. Individuality is the ego, the owner, the doer, the enjoyer. In this manner, we use the mind to think of that which is beyond the mind, which is my true nature. With faith, with conviction, with surrender, with dedication, with regularity,